Hello everyone and welcome back to the internet's best reactions. Today we are talking about the German Grand Prix. And you may be wondering, Matt, where are you right now? What are these pictures? I've never seen them before. Well, we went on a little company getaway and we stopped off at Tommy's, watched the race here. WTF1 on tour if you like. So that's why. Let's get into your reactions. The start of the race was actually not particularly chaotic. Maybe thought turn 1 would be a little bit dodgy. No, fine. And then turn 4 was fine as well. At Vasco Mora 96, no lap 1 incidents. What the am I watching? Clean Formula 1, my friend. Clean Formula 1. So us F1 fans, especially the more hardcore ones, that have watched for years, we're always promised rain. But we never actually get rain until today. We got rain. At Ben_Andrew10, me when they say there's a 40% chance of rain, which turned to 60, which turned to 100, we got some rain. Although, did you see after the race? It was absolutely pouring it down. Imagine that at like 2 laps to go. That would have been so good. We had Raikkonen teasing us at the start of the race as at @EekHeat_Bart comes in with, I have some rain on the visor. Everyone was kind of like, oh my God, what? It's like the start of the race. It's going to rain already. Really? Come on. And then didn't. And then we all thought we were going to get disappointed. But then we didn't. And then it did it. And then we rained. And then we got wet. And it was great. Hamilton coming through the field wasn't actually as exciting as maybe I'd have hoped. Ricciardo obviously broke down, unfortunately. But it just wasn't that as good as watching them come through at Silverstone. Because it just looked a bit better. But whereas, they had Ocon as at Red Up Dead comes in with Ocon with Hamilton behind. You had Alonso as well, kind of getting out of the way. I think a lot of the midfield just know they're so much slower than the top 3 teams. There's no point in fighting them because they're not going to win the battle and it's just going to make them lose time and hurt their tyres. So it's a sad time in Formula 1. Quite a mature race from Max Verstappen, you have to say, at XPLDN Emerald, when Verstappen backs out of going side by side through turn 1. Is he learning? Is he finally learning? There was a lot of you that came in with, oh, I want rain. Oh, I really want rain. Oh, this race is so boring. I need rain. Blah, 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 blah. So I thought I'd pick a few, but I can't choose all of you. At Rasmusek1, praying for rain. Like God, if you listen and help. At Highchivalika, Mercedes fans waiting for rain like. And so on. And yet, to be fair, kind of the first half of the race was very much blur. It's just a bit blurg, Just sat there on the sofa, just like falling asleep. I had a long weekend, as you probably can tell by my face. And, it wasn't particularly exciting, was it? Tommy, was it exciting? You're the founder of WTF1, you sat on the floor right now. We've kind of infiltrated your house, if anything. Boring first half of the race?
Not particularly great, was it?
No, what really happened? I don't really remember. Anything of note? Dan? Thank you. What first half of the race? There wasn't one. Now this made me laugh. At VSR_Tachion, Cyril Abitboul. Cyril Abitboul. That's actually not a bad little pronunciation there for me. That's more French than I've ever sounded. On the pit wall talking to the commentators. At Andreas Bartol 1, 20 laps into the race, I'll let you off that small grammatical error. Borefest. But it got really, really, really good. The midfield during the entire race was just chaos. And I'm sorry if we miss out a particular incident like Charles Leclerc spinning or Charles going off. Charles didn't have a great race, did he? Unfortunately, he really could have got some good points. Ericsson was in the points. Did he finish in the points? Jesus! Anyway, at Argent_Sparsh, Grow, Sainz and Stroll at the hairpin. That was almost like an M25 traffic kind of incident. It was like, and there was no... I genuinely thought Hülkenberg had hit him. Oh, no, it wasn't Hülkenberg. Sainz had hit him, but he didn't. Very good. Nice. Grosjean in a overtaking manoeuvre, not crashing. Things that have never been said before. At Gidge Janssens, the midfield. Never a better gift to describe what I just tried to describe. So Daniel Ricciardo came into this weekend with a new engine, started at the back, was really looking forward to making everyone vulnerable, and then he blew up, didn't he? At Terence_Kunz, Danny Rick out again. It was quite upsetting and sad to see Danny Rick. What will he do next year? Quite an interesting moment in the race, which I was quite upset that the commentators didn't really talk about, was when Raikkonen did the undercut, took the lead essentially, with rain looming. It was quite an interesting moment, and then Vettel was stuck behind Raikkonen for ages. And then there was that horrible moment where everyone knew that Kimi would have to let Vettel through. At Will Amos 13, we've heard a similar message before at this track with that team. And the way in which the engineer guy tried to make it not sound like Fernando is faster than you message was quite bad. He just kept talking. Just stop. Just say, please let him through. At Papaya Orange 16, 2012, Fernando is faster than you. 2018, Seb is capable of going quicker. Now, Owen Wilkinson 2004 from Instagram, it just blew up the race, didn't it? It went from 0 to 100 real quick. It was just, everyone was laying there, geez, this is such a boring race, and then it all just kicked off. At Sharath_R_Nike, when you saw the first camera shot of rain at turn 6, my goodness me, that was a great sight to see. The rain hitting the camera lens, they're all kind of going wide or spinning off. Charles, man. Until at Harry_White96, rain decreasing, which was the most upsetting thing anyone's ever heard. You know, it was like that small bit of chaos. People came in for inters. Pierre Gasly went onto the wets. There was like 3 raindrops. It's like, right, blue tyres, wets, straight away. I mean, it was a gamble. He was like really far down, so fair enough. But everyone was just jumping at the gun at the rain. They were like, yeah, quick, go, go, go. And then it was rain decreasing. But then it rained again, and it got even more catastrophic for one particular man in particular, a particular Vettel, Sebastian Vettel. Hit the wall, didn't he? At Elang, literally me and every Vettel fan. It was quite funny that we kind of painted the picture like Vettel was like massively loved by the German crowd, and then the crowd that was in the grandstand where he hit were all just cheering, fist pumping, high-fiving, hugging, and yeah, wow. What do you think of the Sebastian Vettel incident? You could kind of tell, like on the replay, he kind of was like shaking the wheel a little bit, just trying to adjust it. He's like, oh no, this is going terribly wrong. And then I can't believe he made that mistake. He was 9 seconds in the lead, I think it was at that point, and he was looking set for another victory, but bottled it. Then there was a safety car, which obviously Sebastian Vettel brought out at Cats 559333760. Really? Hamilton complaining about the safety car. What a surprise. At one point he was almost overtaking the safety car. Do you remember like a few years ago at Silverstone he nearly wiped out the safety car? It was kind of like that. It was like, please speed up. And I mean, why does he bother complaining every single time for that? Like, I'm pretty sure they are going to the limit in that car. They're not in an F1 car. The safety car restart. Now that was pretty intense. Valtteri Bottas on his fresh Ultras compared to Hamilton's slightly worn Ultras just absolutely went for it, didn't he? At Kyle Bartlett 123. Go on, Bottas. I think everyone was like, go on, Bottas, until he was told not to pass. Great. I love how like the Ferrari fans on Twitter were like, oh no, Mercedes are using team orders. When literally 20 laps beforehand, Ferrari used team orders. So both of you are as bad as each other. This tweet made me laugh so much because it's pretty much my facial expression when Bottas went for it. At Victor Valsen, Bottas going for the overtake on Hamilton. It's just everyone. You know, yeah, well, it's going to be in the thumbnail, isn't it now? Brilliant, cheers. At Maddie G. Allen, Mercedes telling Bottas to hold position. You are a thief of joy. You are, Mercedes. Could Bottas have had him? I think so. I genuinely think Bottas could have had him. At _Shogun2_ kind of sums up the race quite nicely. Sad for Vettel, but an amazing drive from Lewis and a very good result for Mercedes. I can live with this. Respect. It was a good race. It was a very good race. What would you rate the race out of 10? Let me know. I'll give you 3.2 seconds. Cool.
And now it's time for Race Rundown with your host, Matthew Gallagher.
Hey, how are you doing? So, Frank, if you could just do Race Rundown, that'd be great. Go. Go. All right? You good? How boring am I? I'll give you a pee down. Ugh. Welcome to my favourite part of the show, Race Rundown. The race finishes, and we're going back to the original version. All right, so you can enjoy my pain. I'm really, really tired, and I'm gonna do 6. Wait, Alonso DNF, didn't he, in the end? Okay, the race results are as follows. Hamilton, Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Perez, Ocon, that was actually not a bad attempt for my first attempt. Hamilton, Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Perez, Ocon, Ericsson, Hartley, Nixon, Sainz, Madonna. Oh, it's so close! Hamilton, Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Perez, Ocon, Ericsson, Hartley, Magnussen, Sainz, Vettel, Gasly, Leclerc. Fine, done, pack your bags, we're off. The non-finishers were Alonso, Stroll, Vettel, Stroll, and Ricciardo. Done. And that is it for the internet's best reactions to the German Grand Prix. If you want to get involved next time, use the hashtag WTF1 on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, guys, we can't use Formula One pictures or videos, so don't bother sending it in, especially you, Instagram. I'm looking at you. But yeah, hashtag WTF1. We'll pick the best ones next time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And that's it. If you want to watch another video, click here. If you want to subscribe, click here. If you want to go to our WTF1 shop, buy some merch, click over here. I'm Matt with WTF1. This has been Tommy, the WTF1 Founder's House. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.